This is the beginner's guide to Google Tasks. I will teach you everything you need to know to effectively use Google Tasks. This is going to be fun. Let's get started. And what is Google Tasks? It's a task manager application developed by Google, and it's part of the Google Workspace. In fact, it's kind of built right into Google Calendar. If you go to calendar.google.com and you're signed into your Google account, you'll notice that here in the upper right corner of Google Calendar, we have a couple of buttons. We have a calendar button, and next to it, we have a tasks button, switch to tasks. And so at any point, I can click that button, and now I'm in Google Tasks. If I need to get back to Google Calendar, just click that button there. Now, Google Calendar also has, in the My Calendars section, a tasks calendar. And if I check that box, my Google Tasks that are associated with a date will appear. If I move ahead to next month, more tasks appear. Or the month after that, other tasks may appear. And then if I need to hide them, I can check the box again, and those Google Tasks are hidden. And so in a lot of ways, Google Calendar and Google Tasks are linked. They are integrated with each other, and each tool makes the other tool better. Now, in addition to switching into Google Tasks by clicking this button, we also have a handy sidebar at the right side of Google Calendar. I can just click this button at any time to open up the My Tasks side panel. And this Tasks side panel is very useful. Not only does it list generic tasks that I need to accomplish, but if I click here on My Tasks, I can switch to any Google task list that I've created, maybe this list of videos to record, and the task list is now visible and accessible right from within Google Calendar. Not only that, but I can click and drag any of these task list items onto the calendar on a specific day, release the mouse button, and now that task is added to my calendar. There's some instructions here about how to mark that as busy time for me so that I'm not double scheduled for this time. But I hope you noticed how smooth that was. Just click and drag, drop the task item onto the calendar, and it adds it to that specific date. But not only that, in Google Tasks, the due date has been set based on where I dragged it on the calendar. Now, as I complete these different task items, I can click the circle next to the task, and it's marked as completed, and it's added to a list of completed items. So we've looked already at a couple of different ways to access Google Tasks from the Google Calendar. You can click this button here to get the full screen view, or you can click here on the sidebar to open up this side panel. Now let's jump over to Gmail. Here in my Gmail account, notice that I still have access to the sidebar. And if I click the tasks symbol here, the side panel opens up, and it works just as well here in Gmail as it did in Google Calendar. I can switch to videos to record, and let's say that one of these emails relates to this task list. Maybe this one here. I can click and drag that email onto the side panel to add it to Google Tasks. It's a good idea to rename these tasks, maybe something like this. I could put a due date, and then at that point, I could click and drag to organize this task, putting it into the correct list or sublist, wherever it makes sense. So Google Tasks is accessible from within Gmail. It works a little differently than with the calendar. When I'm in Google Calendar, I can drag Google Tasks onto the calendar, but I may not be able to drag those onto my task list. In Gmail, it's kind of the opposite. I can't really click and drag those tasks into Gmail, which kind of makes sense that you can't do that. But I can click and drag emails that I get onto my Google Task list and then organize them. Okay, let's look at one other integration with Google Tasks. Here I am in Google Drive. drive.google.com. And let's say I need to do something with this Google Vids video that I've created. That's amazing. I can just go over here to the sidebar and find the tasks icon, click on it, and Google Tasks opens up here in the sidebar. Now, I can't easily click and drag this and drop it onto my task list. It doesn't seem to do that. Now, in some enterprise versions of Google Drive, accounts that are paid for or belong to an organization, you may be able to do that, but in this case I can't. But at least I can refer to my task list, and I can switch between the different task lists that I've created. I'll just jump back to my generic tasks, and I could click to add a new task. I'll call this Finish the Amazing Water Cycle Google Vid. Maybe I need to do that by tomorrow, and that due date is put in. Now, if I click on details, I could even get the link for this Google Vids project. So I could click here on the 3 dots, share, copy link, and then back in my Google Tasks task that I've created, I could just click on details, and then paste in the URL or link for this Google Vids project. And that's a clickable link now. I can click on it to take me in to the specific Google Vids project. But of course, this works not just with Google Vids, it works with Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, all sorts of different Google products or even non-Google projects. If you want to learn about Google Vids, you should definitely watch my recent video on this amazing newer Google tool. Okay, so we've looked at how Google Tasks integrates with Google Calendar, and it's accessible in a couple of different ways. It also integrates with Gmail through the sidebar, and it integrates with Google Drive. We can even access it from within Google Sheets, again with the sidebar icon, and Google Docs in the same way. So basically, anytime you see that little icon there, you should know that you can bring up your Google Tasks to access it, and in some cases, to add things to Google Tasks or copy them from Google Tasks into other Google tools. Now, if you want to learn more about any of those tools or products that I've recently mentioned, like Google Vids, Google Drive, Google Sheets, or Google Docs, I have beginner's guides or complete courses for each of those products. So definitely check those out. So this is great that Google Tasks is connected to so many other Google tools. But for the rest of this video, I'm going to focus primarily on the full screen version of Google Tasks. You can see I already have several tasks set up, and I can just go there to mark things off as completed. But how would I set up a new task list? It's pretty simple. You would just go here to the left and click here where it says Create New List. Give the list a name. Let's say I've been asked to redesign my Spanish 2 course. Maybe that should be the title of my new list. It's added here, and then I can begin to add tasks that will help me complete this project. Now, when adding tasks, I could just click here, add a task, give the task a title. Maybe step 1 is to create a curriculum map. I could click to add details. Remember to include a review of Spanish 1. I can also put in a due date for this. Maybe it's 3 or 4 weeks from now. Click Done. There's the due date. I can also create tasks by going over here to the left and clicking on Create, something like this. I could put in the due date and time right there if I want to. I can even make it repeat or an all-day event if I want. I can put in a description, and then I can assign this task to a specific task list. So maybe this one here, click Save, and now that task is added to the correct list. I can reorder any of these tasks as needed, and one of the best features in Google Tasks is if you select an individual task, you can click here on the 3 dots and choose Add a Subtask. So I can break this larger task down into smaller steps, maybe something like that. And then I could add another subtask if I want to. And again, the subtasks can also be reordered as needed. Now, as you're creating your task lists and your individual tasks or subtasks, if there are particularly important tasks, look what you can do. You can put your mouse over the task and click this star to show that it's extra important. And now at any time, I can go here to the left and click on Starred, and that will focus in on the most important items or maybe the most urgent items. I'll go back to All Tasks. Now, as you're working in Google Tasks, there will be times when you decide, okay, this list is the most important right now. I don't want it off to the side. Maybe I want it in the middle of the screen. So I could just click and drag to put it where I want it to be, or maybe it should be the first of my lists. So you can organize these however you'd like, to the left or to the right, so they're in an order that makes sense to you. In addition to that, you can also hide lists at any time. So you can just uncheck them here at the left, and that way you can focus in on the tasks that are most urgent or most important at this time. So I hope that you're realizing how useful Google Tasks can be for you. In the remainder of this beginner's guide to Google Tasks, I'm going to teach you a few advanced tricks or tips that will help take your use of Google Tasks to even a higher level. And the first of these additional tricks or tips is you can use Google Tasks as a Kanban to-do list. If you're not familiar with the Kanban method, it's basically setting up 3 buckets or categories for the tasks that you're working on: to do, in progress, and completed. Now, in this case, I've set up 3 task lists: to do, doing, and done. But I very well could have named it to do, in progress, and completed. And so all you need to do is create new lists to set that up, and then you can hide all of the other lists and show the to-do, doing, and done lists. And then as you add tasks to your to-do list, and as you start working on those projects, you can switch them from to-do to doing, and then once it's done, you can click and drag and drop it in the done list. So this is a great way to use Google Tasks. When you're ready to get out of the Kanban view, you can just uncheck the to-do, doing, done, and then show the other to-do lists that you want to work on. Okay, let's look at another tip or trick for using Google Tasks. And for this, I'm going to switch back to my Gmail account. I showed you earlier that in Gmail, you can click and drag any email and drop it here in the sidebar to add it as a task in Google Tasks. I do highly recommend that you consider renaming any email that you drop into Google Tasks. Maybe I want to confirm my email as soon as possible. I'll just make an edit to that title, and then I want to point out that one of the best things about dragging a Gmail into Google Tasks is it gives you a link to the email itself. So now that I've dragged this Gmail message into Google Tasks, look what I can do. I could simply archive the email, and that files away the email in my all mail folder where there are 100,000 emails. It's out of my inbox, but if I ever need to see that message again, whether I'm in Gmail or Google Calendar or Google Drive, just go to Google Tasks and I can click here and it pulls up the specific email in question, the email that's asking me to verify something or to do something, whatever it might be. So this is a great way to clear up your inbox. If somebody assigns something to you, if you get an email asking you for a favor, just add it to Google Tasks and then archive the original email. It cleans up your inbox, and yet you won't forget about the tasks that you need to do because they're in your Google Tasks list. While we're in Gmail, I want to also show you a keyboard shortcut that will help tremendously. If you're reading an email in your Gmail account and you decide, okay, this should go in Google Tasks, all you have to do is go up here to the 3 dots at the top of the email message and choose Add to Tasks, and that message is added to your Google Tasks, and then you can reorder it if you need to. One more Google Tasks tip or trick: definitely check out the Google Tasks iPhone or Android app. The Google Tasks app works great and is perfect for when you need to add a task or remind yourself of a task while you're on the go. So Google Tasks really is fantastic. It's simple enough so that you can start today using it, but it's powerful enough that you could manage your entire professional life in here or your whole personal life in here. So I hope you'll give Google Tasks a try. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it to be helpful. If you did, please like, follow, and subscribe. And when you do, click the bell and you'll be notified when I post another video. If you'd like to support my channel, the best way to do that is to become a channel member, but you could also click the thanks button below the video. You could support me through my Patreon account or by buying channel merch, and you'll see information about those options in the description below the video. And if you found this video to be helpful, please also share it with others that you know that could benefit from this information about Google Tasks.